Hey there, it's Steve.
And Courtney.
From Serious Keto, and what are we going to try out today?
We've got two ChocZero products. We've got the Royal White Chocolate Coconut Truffles and some dark chocolate cherry almond bark.
Yes. Now, before we get going, I get a question every time I do a ChocZero review, which is, why don't you show your blood glucose testing? And the reason for that is I have never had a ChocZero product spike my blood glucose, but I do know that based on the comments I get from my viewers, probably 10%, maybe 15% of people do have spikes. And my concern is that if I showed me not having any sort of a spike, if I showed the results from the Levels Health app, people might think they're not going to spike. And I always want to make sure that I get that out of the way. Now here is where you can help me out. If you are one of the people who experiences a blood glucose spike from ChocZero products, I'd be curious to know, are you either a type 1 or type 2 diabetic? Because maybe we can narrow down what the problem is. All right, which should we have first?
Oh, wait. The dark, actually.
The dark?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise...
You kind of you shifted gears there mid.
Well, because I'm like bitter, sweet, you know? Like one's going to be a little...
All right.
So...
Well, I will take a look and read off the ingredients and nutritional information on this, and then you can do it on the truffles. So, serving size is 1 piece of bark, total calories 50, total fat 4.5 grams, total carbohydrates 5 grams, of which 4 are dietary fiber, and 1 gram of protein. For ingredients, we have dark chocolate, non-GMO resistant dextrin, almonds, sustainable palm oil, dry cherry powder, sunflower lecithin, natural cherry flavor, and monk fruit extract. And I think for the people that do experience a glucose spike, I think it might be that resistant dextrin that does it. Ooh, okay.
Break it in half?
Well, no, I'm going to have a whole one. But kind of classy looking wrapper.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Just in general, I'm not a big fan of cherries in chocolate.
I don't like cherries.
So I'm kind of going into this anticipating not loving it. What'd you think?
It reminds me of, there's some sort of like bagged, like chocolate covered pomegranate, or maybe it's chocolate covered cherries. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They make them, and it tastes just like that. Like I get it's weird because you get the cherry aroma and flavor, but there's no actual dried cherries in here, which I would kind of expect. But I like the texture from the almonds, and I think I actually like not having like the gummy dried fruit in my mouth.
This kind of came in exactly where I expected, which is... I don't want to talk while you're chewing.
Oh. Done.
Okay. For me, these kind of came in pretty much where I expected them, which is not a big fan. There's something about, I think, you put almonds and cherries and chocolate together, and it just reminds me almost of like some sort of a sweet liqueur in a way. And I don't, it's not a flavor I care for. And cherries in particular, I've found are a difficult flavor to really, really hit accurately in products, with any sort of natural or artificial flavoring. You tend to get sort of that cough drop taste to it a little bit. But for me, it's less cough drop on this and more it reminds me of some sort of like a chocolate cherry liqueur, which is not appealing to me.
It's appealing to me.
Well,
and
I'll send you home with some.
I liked it.
Okay.
I finished mine. I was surprised.
Well,
because I don't really like cherries.
We'll see how much your mom likes them, and maybe the two of you can split them, because I don't think I'll be having any more.
I'd have another one.
All right. Would you like to do the honors on the truffles?
Yep. Serving size, 1 piece, 80 calories. 7 grams of fat, 4.5 of which are saturated. I don't know if that we include. Total carbs 6, 5 of which are dietary fiber, 1 gram net.
And protein?
Missing anything?
Protein?
1 gram of protein.
Okay.
Ooh.
And let's read the ingredients.
Oh yeah. Non-GMO resistance dextrin, cocoa butter, coconut shreds, whole milk powder, coconut flavor, almond flour, hazelnut, sustainable palm oil, egg, sunflower lecithin, baking soda, vanilla flavor, monk fruit extract, and salt.
All right. I'm actually kind of excited for this one. I think this has got tape like all around the edge.
Oh. Secure.
I do not know where it starts.
I thought you had it.
Well, I think that was the underside of it. I don't know. I'm just going to...
You're good at it.
There we go. For the sake of packaging, ChocZero, if you're watching, maybe make like a little flap or like color it a little bit where I can get my fingernail underneath. So I don't know if these are just, if they're all going to be the same consistency all the way through, or if there's something on the inside.
I hope there's something on the inside.
Oh.
Looks kind of dry.
It does. I noticed that too. It looks, yeah, kind of like a dry ball of Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it is actually got some filling, like sort of a toasted coconut filling. Mm-hmm. Taste the hazelnut. Oh. Just sort of the coating that it leaves on your tongue is really, really tasty. I mean, I love the texture. I love it at the front end. I love it at the back end. These are, I'm pretty impressed.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of the, like, Ferrero Rocher chocolates. Ever had those?
No.
They're kind of like these.
Oh.
But I just don't really like white chocolate. It's just so, like, these are really sweet to me.
It reminds me almost of some sort of a breakfast cereal in a way. There's something about the flavor, like, I don't, it's been forever since I've had a regular, non-keto breakfast cereal.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you what it reminds me of, but I like it. You are correct, though. These are pretty sweet.
They're really sweet. They're too sweet for me, personally.
They are sweet enough that having one, I would be
Yeah.
completely satisfied with.
Yeah.
There are some ChocZero products, like those peanut butter cups. I get into that, and I can just keep going.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect balance for me. These are sweet enough. I can have one and be satisfied and stop.
But, like, I want something else now. It's, like, not so sweet.
Well, we can do another review video of something else and get a backlog, get some of my review backlog taken care of. Mm-hmm. So we'll do that. But what I will also do is down in the description below, I will include a link along with a coupon code. I forget for how much off it is. 10%, 15%.
50.
I don't know. Not 50.
Maybe 50.
I don't know. This is like doing a video with Colton negotiating.
That was the point.
So I'll put that down in the description below. And that's it. I think, in my opinion, the truffles are a definite winner. The dark chocolate, not so much for me.
And I would say the opposite.
Also, did you try the Dunkies? Those cookies that were kind of like Oreos, and they weren't real happy with the original version. I guess that they have redone those. They're happy with the version now. They've got a few different varieties. There's the chocolate and the vanilla. So maybe we'll get some of those next month and do a review of those.
Sounds good.
All right, that is it for this video.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching.